"Then I suppose," asked Caderousse, with eager, glowing looks, "that it was a stone of immense value." "Why, everything is relative," answered the abbé. "To one in Edmond's position, the diamond certainly was of great value. It was estimated at 50,000 francs. "Bless me!" exclaimed Caderousse. 50,000 francs! Surely the diamond was as large as a nut to be worth all that." "No," replied the abbé, "it was not of such size as that, but you shall judge for yourself. I have it with me." The sharp gaze of Caderousse was instantly directed toward the priest's garments, as though hoping to discover the location of the treasure. Calmly drawing forth from his pocket a small box covered with black shagreen, the abbé opened it, and displayed to the dazzled eyes of Caderousse the sparkling jewel it contained, set in a ring of admirable workmanship. "And that diamond," cried Caderousse, almost breathless with eager admiration, "you say is worth 50,000 francs?" "It is, without the setting, which is also valuable," replied the abbé, as he closed the box and returned it to his pocket, while its brilliant hues seemed still to dance before the eyes of the fascinated innkeeper. "But how comes the diamond in your possession, sir? Did Edmond make you his heir?" "No, merely his testamentary executor. I once possessed 4 dear and faithful friends, besides the maiden to whom I was betrothed," he said, "and I feel convinced they have all unfeignedly grieved over my loss. The name of one of the 4 friends is Caderousse." The innkeeper shivered. "Another of the number," continued the abbé, without seeming to notice the emotion of Caderousse, "is called Danglars, and the third, in spite of being my rival, entertained a very sincere affection for me." So, folks, Dumas is doing a little trick here. As I've been saying over the last couple episodes, he can't fool me. He can't fool me. Because we know that Dante didn't die in prison, right? We know that, folks. And that we know that he didn't have a testamentary executor, someone tasked with seeing out his last will and testament. Moreover, we've been speculating, could this possibly be, the monarchy? Could this possibly be Villefort? I don't know why. I'm mocking myself with that voice. If it was Villefort, Villefort wouldn't have known of Danglars, wouldn't have known of Caderousse. And as the last sentence, which awkwardly cuts off here, in that it's acknowledging a third friend, in spite of being my rival, entertained very sincere affection for me. That's got to be Fernand. I'm sure we'll learn that tomorrow. Villefort, at the most, would have known maybe of Danglars from speaking to Morel. Maybe would have known of Fernand in doing some preliminary investigation into who the anonymous writer of the note was who dropped it off to his office. There's no way Villefort would have known of Caderousse. I don't think. But even still, they wouldn't go so far as to pull, a royal jewel from the treasury to, taunt and kind of make Caderousse drool in order to get more information about Dante. Folks, is today the day that I see? The thing is, I'm so nervous about creating a petard in which to hoist myself on in a later episode. This is Dante. The abbé is Dante, right? It's gotta be. And I feel kind of foolish for, I feel foolish for saying that because it feels so obvious. But I also feel foolish in saying it with such certainty, in that I'm nervous that I'm going to be made a fool of. I can't win with you, Dumas. I can't win with you. Let's take that speculation aside and just kind of look at a couple of things here. I, in a previous episode, did some very speculative conversion of money, and to kind of give a number, a 2025 estimate of what Dante's fortune would have been. This one diamond that is being shown around would if it was 50,000 francs in around 1820, today it would be between $250,000 and $300,000, this one gem alone. And that's being used to lure Caderousse to some degree. To what end? I'm not sure, because that depends on who this abbé actually is. But even 1/4 of that, as he's saying here, 12,000 francs from this 50,000 franc diamond, would be life-changing for Caderousse. So it's interesting to kind of dazzle someone into distraction, and I'm curious what this abbé, quote-unquote abbé, what this abbé is angling at here. And every kind of detail here is pulling out the kind of immense wealth. Because even the box, he says there's the diamond, then he says that it's, encased in something, and the encasing is worth something. And then even the box, the black shagreen box that it is in, shagreen is like a tanned shark or ray skin. So that's only being used in really, really upscale, expensive things. That's not just a typical box you find, on the street in Marseille. So, like, every single detail here is indicating the legitimacy of this wealth and contributing to the distraction and dazzlement of Caderousse. But what is he tempting him for? I'm not sure. He's playing to his baser, greedy instincts for some end, and I'm hoping we will find that out by the end of this chapter. So why don't we just keep going? Join me here tomorrow for a very special episode. Until then, you know where to find me. Right here. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.